Yo, what's good? This is a full guide on how to hire Alex Hormozi style short form content editors for $3 a short. Now, my name's Harvey Warner and I run Multiply X. This is a personal branding agency where we do specialize in short form content. And this is this sort of exact same system that I'm going to be going through that we use ourselves to obviously hire, vet them, train them, all of that good stuff. So I think I know what I'm talking about. I've done this enough, and we obviously even place editors. So our systems on training them is outstanding. So obviously, what I'm going to be showing you today is a deep dive into that. We've recently surpassed 12k revenue. So this is obviously some motivation that you can get there yourself with these style shorts, right? So for introduction, this full guide on how to hire $3 per hour Alex Hormozi short form content editors. Yes, it is $3 per short. You're not reading that wrong. So your profit margins are going to be massive. I know a lot of people are like, oh, there's no profit margins. Yeah, because you don't really hire them right, and you don't really do the systems right. So this is the system that we use, obviously, to scale to 12k USD per month to deliver the best quality possible for our service. So why outsource? It increases the profit margins for one. Now you can see it's $3. I know people spend like 15 or 20 just for their editors, which means their profit margins are going to be like 10-20%. So it's kind of pointless. Allows you to work inside of your agencies. Maybe you're adding like a monetizationable system, or you're running TikTok ads, or you're doing something else, which I do recommend you do. Otherwise, it is just a race to the ground of your short form content agency on price. Okay. A-star service delivery, they're going to be the best that you could ever see. I'll show you some of the quality that we do for our own clients and what we use to show that they are the best. Increases results and conversions for monetizational value. So the quality that they produce and what they sort of do will allow you to sort of the back end systems that you're doing. So let's say the ads, monetizable system, or stuff like that will be so much easier now that it's going to be a much converting short compared to most people's out there. So step one, we need to start by creating an Upwork account. So this is gonna be sort of hands-on. I'm gonna be going inside of this to actually show you guys what to do. So at the moment, I don't have a job post up, but as you can see, we do this quite a lot, right? You can see if it's right. So we do this quite a lot. So you want to obviously create an account as an agency, which will allow you to hire talent. Put up your name, profile. There's nothing really to optimize on there. You just do what you do. They'll come to you no matter what. And then, yeah, just fill out your info and you're all ready. So step two is making a job post. So I'm going to do this together with you. So you want to post a new job. You want to put long-term work. And then for the job title, we want to be doing short form content editor Alex Hormozi style. So this is what they know that we're looking out for. Job category, video editing, because that's what they're doing. I've put a few tags here which you can use. So obviously English would be very good. Video editing would be very good. What else have I put here? So Premiere Pro, this is a crucial one because they obviously need to be editing on that higher software. This is why I say like, oh, you can't do it on your own CapCut because you're not going to be producing the best quality content possible if you're going to be using a free app, unfortunately. So yes, you want to obviously blend that down and everything. And then from here, once you've put in the skills, so visual effects, short form editor, color grading, sound effects, everything that to do with sort of an editor to niche it down to an actual good editor, we want to then go on to the next stage, which is the scope. You want to always do more than 6 months because most people on here are looking for long-term work. They're not really looking for like quick go. They want something stable. So 6 months is perfect for that, and we'll go on to like hiring after, because you're going to be taking them out of Artwork. If you look at my account, I've literally never paid someone through Artwork. I don't know how you pay up, but I think we've paid one VA through it, but they just tax the hell out of you. So there's literally no point. You might as well just pay them through Payoneer or something. You want to be looking for intermediate because we can obviously train them up, and we don't want to completely eliminate everyone from expert. Then here we say contract to hire. Perfect. Location, you want to do worldwide. You can sort of niche it down if you want, but not really. Hourly rate, you want to be doing $3 per hour. What you can do is you can say $6 per hour because it takes around 30 minutes to edit a short, which is 8 to 22 seconds long, which is the perfect amount to actually get a viral short because retention is going to be very high, which means it can get pushed more. So yeah, having a longer one than that, the retention is going to be probably less than 80%, so it won't actually get pushed as much as you want. So you could do $3 or $6 per hour depending on how cheeky you want to be. So you could do like 3 to 6 here, but it's not really on that hour. Okay. As for the description, we already have the title. The description here is in the job post, but I think I've put it here as well. Yeah, I have. So intro, you want to be doing, my name is X and I'm founder of X, a social media marketing agency. So they get to know who you are, what your name is. So they sort of build some sort of rapport. We're not a new agency. This is key because they don't want to be sort of joining new agencies that don't know what they're doing. They don't want to get messed about and played about, not getting wages and working with someone that's very unprofessional. So stating that you're not a new agency, we have full-time editors on board with us. And we're looking to bring on and train more. This is a great opportunity to build your skills. This is crucial, so you sort of have like a community to speak with inside our Slack. Here you can see that we have like I don't know if I can open it or not, but you can obviously see they've got a community. They can speak to each other, and they're all just sort of friends in there, which is great and sort of makes it such like a good work environment for them. As for the requirements, we're looking for a short form content editor who will be able to do 3+ per day. Alex Hormozi, Ryan Pineda, Grant Cano quality. You need Premiere Pro. This is a must, like I said, because you want to be producing the best quality of content. Here is an example of what our standards are. I think, yeah, this one's quite old. Your ego is killing you. I wouldn't advise that now. I'd recommend one of these up here, or one from our clients. Okay. And then, yeah, so we hold a tough standard, and you need to be okay with going through a lot of training. You need to make sure this is clear, because some people will just, if you don't put this, they'll just apply and be like, oh, I'm not training, I'm not doing more work, I'm not giving you a free sample, which you don't want to work with them people. So you obviously want them to be willing to be trained, to be open, and that's how you're going to get the $3 per hour, because you're actually giving them sort of value compared to them giving you value. So, but also some skill of short form content editing, so we can train you easily and quickly. If this sounds like something like you, send a proposal. So once they send a proposal, you will obviously then send over a automated message, which will consist of this. So, hey, thanks for applying for our job post. You want to send this as soon as they send their proposal. No, don't look at anything. Don't bother, because anyone can come up with a surprise. It don't matter, like, oh, but he doesn't look very good. Just send it, because you might as well. We're going to ask you next steps, so you'll quicker and complete the task, quicker get started. Okay, so with here, a lot of people may ask for money for your trial. Do not do that. They're not the type of people that you want to be working with. They want to genuinely be exciting, and that's about the job post. You want to try and sell yourselves, and that's why at the top I did the intro. But obviously, you kind of want to do a little bit more about who you are, what your agency is, so they actually want to work for you. So yeah, you want to send this message. Here are the style of shorts that we expect. These are obviously just a few of. I think these are old clients.
I believe these 3 investing narratives.
Yeah. You can just see, like, in SMA you get paid on problem solving. So if you see,
in the online marketing world, though, it's literally 14-year-olds making.
Right, so you can just see what we expect. Here are the tools that we use. So this is inside editing 2. So this is what they're going to be following in the training system. I'm going to be quickly going in there in a second. And then test trial, edit this short. Now you want them to actually edit a short that we expect. So normally what I like to do is only put, you'd put it at the end here. Yeah, the trial isn't there, but you'd do it, you'd send them, be like, okay, we'll do this as a trial. So you'd be like, okay, I want you to replicate this, and you'd send them the raw footage of that, so it's easier for them to replicate other than coming like up to a creative mind, because that's what we're going to go into further along the line, and it's not something we're at yet. Okay, we're building up to that process. So you copy and paste this to anyone that responds straight away, and now what's going to happen for them? So they're going to start here. It's going to say my company name and stuff like that, but you'd obviously use it for yourself. So welcome to Multiply X Editor Training. Need support or help? You do this, and then you'll link your email. You must go through every single document and watch every single video. If training period is successful, you will book a call, and we can go into the onboarding process, interview, vet you out. We're an agency who likes to work closely with employees and reward you when good work is done. Make sure that you show that you actually give incentives, because that is one way that you're going to actually, not even just short form content, you're going to win over a team, is just by giving incentives, so they feel like they actually want to work more. So we're an agent, so it is very important that you understand the standard of editing required. So contract Here it says $4 because we were testing with 4, but it's free. 3 shorts edited per day. If you cannot comply, please unsubscribe. And this is where some people will sort of click off, but that's what you want to be vetting out, because there's no point conversating with each one and trying to negotiate, where you can just send this out all automated, so much simpler, right? Then you want to go on to the editing standards. So this would be section 2. So here I've linked everything which I think is an awful sound effect, a perfect sound effect. I've explained why. So I've sort of shown the perfect shorts that they should be using, perfect colors, the wrong colors, awful animation, the perfect animation, stuff like that, just so you can get a grasp. But when we go on to final training, and I'll explain that in a second, that's when you're really going to go into sort of depth about this. You'll send like looms and you'll send exactly what you do, but I'll show you actually how to do that at the end of the video, leveraging a growth team specialist to actually get a full free training course, so you can train anyone like that easily, right? So obviously if you just go on these, it sort of shows why it's a
Whether
perfect,
you're in real estate or in any other industry,
it shows like why it's a perfect sound effect, perfect animations, perfect colors. So these are the sort of main things you want to be looking at. So music, sound effects, colors, text. Okay, and they're the main things here that we want to be looking at, and the standards that they obviously need to meet. From here, you can obviously share with them the tools that you're using. So emojis, Emojipedia, sound effects, examples. What we like to do now, this is sort of a rough example, but we actually have the full training system. We don't like to give everything straight away, because a lot of people have been spying on our Upwork posts and sort of trying to find it and get in, and then they'll get everything. So we like to not really give everything, and then obviously we'll do that in the final training, which I'll go over in a second. Just find what fits. Music, I've given a few sites. Border, the border is key. A lot of people don't even know about this, but you need a border, because you can obviously, like, the bottom bit will be like comments and stuff like that. If you don't have a border, then your short's going to be all over the place. You're going to have text in like the like section and the top. It's never going to work, okay? So it is key that you actually do this. So obviously, you can see that it's not covering everything else, and your editors can use this to their advantage. And then for B-rolls, which a lot of people are liking at the moment, it sort of adds some sort of flair. You can go on here and you could be like, I don't know, computer. All right, and then you can get people working on computers, videos, photos, whatever. It sort of just adds that sort of nice filled and depth. We've been using it a lot recently, because it makes it just that so much better. I think I've got one here. Right, it just makes it so much more engaging, right, than not. So they're the sort of tools that you can give. You can obviously give more tools if you want to. But yeah, we like to obviously keep it on low, because people like to obviously steal stuff from us. But you can sort of do the text font that you want here, the shadow, and I'll show you how to actually grab all of that in a second. So obviously from here, you want the editor checklist. So once they've done the whole thing, you want them to align with everything that's done here. So the music, the sound effects, the different text animations, the font, the spell corrected, color graded, text colors, to make sure everything's perfect before they actually move on and send you over the short back, that everything aligns with this. And again, showing them the 10 out of 10 perfect short that you want it to look like, so they can actually go back and be like, okay, does mine look like theirs? No, okay, let me redo this and sort of re-edit. And you don't want it perfect, because you're not really going to find perfect. What you're looking for is close to perfect. You're looking for someone with potential, right? If I scroll down here, where did he start? So this was our editor right at the start. It's all right, right? It's all right. It's nothing crazy. You can prevent everything that can make him foul. So the only way up is success. It's all right. But then you obviously move on and it gets a lot better, right? You can see the sort of evolution of editors. If you want to blow up your right, I don't want to show that, but like, I signed 4 SMA clients in one, and then you can see the sort of progression that they go on. Okay, so you're looking for people that actually have the potential to do better. Okay, so that's the actual trial system that they're going to be going through. From here, you want to pick out who looks the best. Okay, you will find people that will be like, okay, this is good. If they don't have maybe 3 things wrong, then it's something that you actually want to be looking into. Because if let's say they have like, oh, the text is wrong and the animations are wrong and they can't color, awful, right? But let's say they've got the font wrong and they've got the shadow wrong, but they've got the animations right, they've got the sounds right, the music's. That's something that you can train and install into them. You just want to look for people that aren't too hard to train. You can have sort of conversational English with, and seem like they're genuine and you could really help, okay? Now you want to book them onto a call. Now, this is the key part, because after this, you're going to be putting them through the final training, which is the whole point of everything that we're doing to train them to the best. So interviews. How long have you been editing for and how long did you learn? This is crucial to find out their sort of experience. If, let's say, it's been like 5 years and they're still not that good, maybe in 2 months they're not going to get any better, okay? But if they've not been editing for that long and they look quite decent, and they're like, okay, well, I sort of learned through maybe like courses, that's a very good sign to show that they're invested in their future. And you can obviously invest in courses for them, which will help them stay on your team for a lot longer, work a lot harder, sort of like another incentive for them to get better. So have you ever had any past experience editing short form, TikTok shorts, etc.? Maybe sometimes they might come up with other clients that they've worked with before, and you can see some sort of results. This is kind of key if you're just starting out with SMA and short form content. You can leverage their results just like a media buyer. I don't know if you've ever done Facebook ads, but like you'd use their ROAS results and their ad results to actually get more clients as a testimonial, sort of like a white label testimonial, and that's what we use when we used to do e-com Facebook ads. But yeah, you can use that for short form content. What is your client average client retention / job retention? You can sort of find out here, like if they're like, oh, 1 month, then you can sort of find out, okay, but why is this? Maybe they're really rude, maybe they're not efficient enough. You want to be digging out reasons not to hire them rather to actually hire them, because you want to try and get everyone away and only get the like top of top, right? How much time do you have during the day, college, school, work? Sometimes this can really affect it. I know one time that we had an editor who had college in the day, but because they were on like a Philippine time zone, by the time that our client had sent the short, they were at bed at completely different times, and it'd switch over. So it just wasn't going to work with our client. We obviously kept the editor and just watched it swapped into a different client for the time zones reason. But yeah, you can sometimes have difficulty with that, depending on time zones, when they get it, how quick they can get it back. It can be quite bad because they can upload at night and sleep and wake up, and the editor's still just not even there, right? If an edit was not to the standards we provided, what would you do? You want to be looking for, I want to improve. What you don't want to be looking for is someone that is very rude and arrogant about what they do. One time we had this guy in our agency who just wouldn't improve. He wouldn't change anything. He'd be like, no, this is better. No, I like doing it this way. Okay, but it's our agency and we know how to make a sort of viral short, so you need to be doing what we're doing. I like you having your creative sort of mind and doing it that way, and you could obviously give us some tips. But when he was like, okay, I'm not changing, I was like, okay, well, this isn't going to work, okay? Then you don't want to be hiring them people from the start. How quickly would you re-edit a short if it was not to standard? Do you want them to be like, oh, straight away? If you gave me any advice, I'd drop any other client, I'd drop any work that I'm doing, and I'd re-edit that short straight away to get it to the quality, and I'd learn from this. You want them to understand that, okay, I'm going to learn from what you tell me. And again, with final training, we'll show how learning can go into a full course and how you can literally wipe out the whole market with short form content editors. How many high quality edit shorts can you do per day? You want to be looking for like 3 or 4 and only give them 2 clients. This is so that if anything goes wrong, because most of the time they are in underdeveloped countries where the Wi-Fi could go out, or they can't pay their bills, or something could happen. Even just something could happen in real life. They have to go to a funeral, they have to do this, they have to do that, where you want to get ahead with your clients. Or not overload another editor too much, where you can shift sort of clients around to make sure everyone's getting edited. Are you willing to undergo further training? You want them very excited. This is your whole selling point of your agency, is the fact that you're going to be training them more once they come inside, and they want to be eager to learn. They need to love short form content. They love to just get better. Are you okay with getting paid per client per monthly basis? You don't want to pay up front because they could just run away and it's too risky. Instead, just say that, and they should most of the time say yes. And then from here, say, can we pay outside of Upwork? Sometimes there will be a little bit of risk with it. Sometimes you might have to do, okay, first month we're going to do Upwork, next month we're going to do paying it, just to sort of build that trust between you two before you go in. I know that we've had to do that before, but you want to try and switch them out of Upwork. Because it's very hard to actually like keep them there, and they can still get job posts, and they get the tax on it. You have to pay like £20 extra for no reason, just because it's going through Upwork. Are you good at communicating and working within a team? You want them messaging other editors inside of the team. You want them messaging you, asking questions, how to do this. I know we have one guy in our agency at the moment who just like, he will always ask questions, and that's like a good thing. Like, we like that. Not all the time, not dumb questions, right? But like, if he generally has a question like, oh, do you reckon this would be better? We'll be like, yeah, maybe. Like, let's talk about it. Let's see if it's actually going to work for our team and clients. Okay. Company values and our vision. This is what you want to sell your employees on, is the where this company's going. We know that our company's going to the absolute moon, and that's why they're going to stay here. That's why they're not going to sort of ditch us for another agency, because yeah, you could maybe get an extra dollar, but guess what? In 20 months time or 12 or 14 months time or something like that, we're going to pay you extra, and we pay massive bonuses. We pay like just for their sort of average wage, it'll be like, okay, so for a month, I'm only got $100, and then you sort of 3 times that, and that's what we just do. We'll just send that because you want to be working on incentives. Yes, the wage is low, but the incentives are high, so I probably overpay compared to what you pay because of just the bonuses. You want to look out for key values you want in your agencies. These people have all been vetted and good candidates to work with. You just have to decide who you want your team with based on their attitude, motivation, easiness to work with, etc. Now for the final training and the most important part of this whole video. This is where your agency will either crumble or not crumble, and how you can keep rinsing Alex Hormozi style short form content editors, or just any short form content editors for that matter. So this is where you will turn editors with potential into real sharks inside your business. You cannot expect an editor to work for $3 per short to come perfect. You have to build it up to the point. You have a few options of what you can do here. So we can either buy a course on short form content, which they can learn off. This is what we actually started off doing at the very start. I would recommend it if you are just like starting, but I do have other better ways which you can actually do. It doesn't allow you to be as free as you want. You can't be like, oh, change this, because then the whole course is like different. It's very fit to their sort of style and what they sort of do, which is why editing courses maybe probably aren't the best, because it's very fit to that person's style, and you can't really get creative and you can't really find what you actually want. So there's another technique that you can use. Learn yourself and teach. I know a lot of people inside of Agency Network, free Discord that we run down below, that actually are editors, and they could probably teach their people that they hire on how to actually do what they want to be doing and the sort of style. But I know for a lot of people, it's not going to be that easy if you've never edited before. I know that I shadowed at the start, but it was based off the fact that like I sort of knew a little bit about editing, sort of kind of didn't. Like, I just knew what to do on a very base level. I didn't know how to do it. They had to find that out. But again, I'll show you how to do that. Get videos off of YouTube and ask them to replicate it. If you like something, share it to the editors and they can see how to put it in the business. They know more about Premiere Pro than you probably do. So they'll find a way on how to actually do this and how to find out what you're looking for and get close to it as possible. Hire an editor who you think is perfect and pay them for training. Now, this is a growth specialist. And then this is the person that we are all banking off, and what we're going to do, and I'm going to go on a tangent here because this is key. Okay, so a growth specialist is someone that is going to be your head of editing team and someone that will keep producing more Alex Hormozi style short form content edits. The way that we're going to do this is we're going to put out a job post very similar to what I've just put out on Artwork, but instead it would then cater. You'd up this price, unfortunately, because they are going to be making courses. They're going to be running the team. They're going to be literally doing everything. And you want this to be sort of a partner bond between you. It doesn't have to go up by much, but you're going to be paying this person maybe $5 compared to the free that you were doing before. But trust me, it's very much worth it for what they're about to do. So again, you want to do what you're doing. Requirements. Do that, add on top of the requirements, maybe like ability to make courses. But all you're really doing here is proper selling what your agency is, who you are, where you're going, what your goals are, what your values are, and really selling that because you want them on board as much as you can, because this is how we're going to leverage them. So from here, you want to obviously hire the best candidate that comes out. The best candidate is going to be someone that actually has the best quality. Now, I don't care if like, okay, but he's now charging $8. Take him, because we can sort of recycle him later. We just have to do this for now, okay? Yes, so now that we bring them on board, just find the style of editing that you like, because you'll get some Upwork job posts and like proposals that are going to be too expensive, but they're going to be the perfect short that you want. As soon as you find this perfect short, you can start picking apart different people. If you like their text, you could say to them, look, come on board. And then we're going to make a whole course on how you do the text, how you do the colors, how you do the animations, how you do the music, how you do the sound effects, how you do this and that, which can then keep going. And now this person is going to be your right-hand man, okay? There's not going to be anyone different. So anyone that else comes into your business that has a problem, what we're going to do is solve that problem through Loom videos. So now that we have a course on the main values, so like music, sound effects, text, animations. So basically doing it off the back of the checklist, you want to then do courses on each of these based on that person that you found that you really like their style and you want to replicate that on all your editors. So do that at the start. So you make a course on all of these. Yes, these are very broad, but what you're going to do is anyone that ever has a problem from here, your top editor, your growth team specialist should already have an ideology of what to do because they're pretty much fully trained already. Where if something goes wrong, you want them to make a Loom video to send it over to the person, the editor that is having a problem with maybe their Premiere Pro, they don't know how to do this. From there, you can add that to your modules, add that to your course section for short form content editors. So anyone else that comes into the sort of agency that has that sort of same problem will then go and find out the solution. And once you keep doing this, we're at a point now, I can't actually show it because there's courses from other people inside of there that we can't actually show because that's illegal. But ours is completely stacked head to toe, completely stacked inside of it. It's inside of here. But yeah, it's obviously sort of the same, but edit a full course and it literally goes down to the floor. But it's the same sort of thing. But yeah, it's just adding the editor course on top of that on what to actually do. When you do this, so keep putting that down and down and down until you have everything perfect and everyone can sort of come in, and no matter what, if they have a problem, it will go. And that's when you completely automate the whole system. What you want to do if you get to that point is then turn the growth team specialist into like a full growth team specialist where he does the editings, whatever, but also he will make the job posts, he'll vet the people out, they'll do the interviews, so he runs a whole side of the editing, and then you can focus on your internal systems inside of your agency. Again, this is the same sort of plan that you'll do for VAs, and what we do for VAs is the same plan that we did for Facebook ads when we were hiring media buyers. It was the same plan that we've done for absolutely everything when hiring a team. So this is a whole method behind it. So yeah, there are the best ways to put together your own final training. They need to be fully complete to the course and re-edit the short until it is perfect. Don't let them be like, oh, but now re-edit in. No, I can't do that. Like, you're going to have to give me more money. It's not how it's going to work. You need to get them perfect before we go anywhere. Okay, so each time sending a Loom back, going over what they need to change, resources to help. Over time, the more and more you train, the more training material that you've built up for new editors. So once you brought the person onto the team through the interviews, they can then go through these courses and start getting trained up more. And from here, they can start working with clients and start getting better and better by having that growth team specialist to actually go back to, refer back to, see what they're doing different, see how to actually improve, get advice off of them, so they can actually keep improving. And that's how you get that A-star shark team that is going to absolutely dominate the whole system for $3 per short, producing Alex Hormozi style or any style that you want. Now that's the full system and training plan that we have behind it. If you do want to learn more, join Agency Network down below. It's a completely free Discord that you can join. There's obviously an upgrade section where we do give you every single sheet that you'd need to actually hire these editors, obviously in an upgrade section. But yeah, hopefully, I hope you found this video valuable. If you have any other questions about hiring Alex Hormozi style short form content editors, please let me know. If you want to skip the whole process and you want them to, if you want us to install them for you with the whole training system, you're a coach, consultant, you don't want these other agencies like sort of running and chasing your money, or you're an agency that wants to perfect service delivery, please book in a call, link in bio. And obviously tick the install editor training into your actual agency, into your business, and then we can vet and install them inside of your business. So yeah, I hope you found this video valuable. Please like, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon.